But when we look at this situation here, in more ways than one, we're going to go back on some recapments. You know what I'm saying? We see here where Mike Pompeo warns Trump legal troubles, you know what I'm saying? And Joe Biden impeachment made us, vulnerable, you know, vulnerable to our adversaries, seeking a moment to strike the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, seeking a moment to strike you're not kids behind. Because I got news for this clown, you kind of late because they already done did that. Joe Biden and the Joe Biden administration and all the demon Democratic Luciferian holy who we don't know, but we're gonna say leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Have already strike already. So he seems kind of late in the game, if you ask me. You know what I mean? He seems kind of late in the game, if you ask me. You know, in more ways than one. You know, he's sitting up there talking about the vulnerability of the United States in what shape and form and what stripe. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then who has made us in this position that we see? There's only one person that is at the, there's only one thing at the helm when you look at it. We're not at the helm, we're just citizens of the United States. According to the law that we citizens and y'all own everything and we don't own shit unless you tax the shit out of us and all this and that and the third. So don't give me that bullshit. So what it is the question in which we must ask and what they are really doing. You know what I mean? Because we see a lot of people are helping right down the ladder as we see. You know what I'm saying? As we see. You know? And they ain't saying too much to me other than a whole bunch of hoopla garbage. And meanwhile, they get away with just about every move they make. But when it comes to everybody else, though, we don't see that, especially when they put the dog watch on me. You know what I'm saying? But the dog watch, oh yeah, they're listening. That's the dog watch. Bow, wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? With your crooked ass. Grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking off my equipment and tablet and shit. You know what I'm saying? Grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because you sound like a fucking idiot in more ways than one doing that dog watch bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come on to your stupid shit. You know what I mean? Come on to your stupid shit. You know, this is the stupid shit that people do. You know what I'm saying? Like this clown right here talking about, you know what I'm saying, with new charges against the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, in the classified documents case, and continue to talk in the House about the possible impeachment inquiry on the creepy ass, cheating ass, lying ass, crooked ass President Joe Biden. Fox News was wondering, what does this look like to our enemies? Well, I got news for you. What it looked like to our enemies is that they look like a jackass, number one. Number two, they are already done infiltrate and been infiltrated years ago. And then number three, the attack already took place in itself several times to the one we see in 2020 to what we see now. So, you know, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. In more ways than one. That's bullshit. You know? That's bullshit. You know? But whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, we see the bullshit in itself. We see the bullshit in itself. You know what I'm saying? So we really don't give two flying fuck. Because when you look at it all in itself, it still come out to the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So while they're busy here playing around and playing these games, I could give it a flying fuck as to what they think, because we do know. You know what I'm saying? No matter what news you try to hide, it is the same garbage then, just like it's the same garbage now. You know what I mean? And it's not going to change. It's not going to change. You know what I mean? Until the people make a firm decision as to straighten up their country and gain things together, this facilitation will keep going on. They will keep going on the road this way, because when we look at even today, you know what I mean, in the news, we have to sit here, uh, 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 you know, thinking about Kathy Hoxel, back and sign poorly vetted, deal using emergency power. Yes, she's going to do that. Yes, she's going to do funny stuff like that. And she and Como, cue ball, greasy head ass Adams, Kathy nutcase ass Hoxel, and I don't understand why you all elected that woman into that position. I really don't. You really don't. You should have given a Republican like Lee Zeldin a chance and see what he's doing, because we need somebody that's going to protect New York. You know what I'm saying? You busy trying to run every train and every boat into our country from Texas all the way to New York and think that the shit is fucking funny. It's not funny in no shape or form, and it's very dangerous for the common people and your children and daughters as well. So you better start thinking about that, because one of the highest sex trafficking ring product comes out of that area you call South America. You know what I'm saying? And we see the same thing's going to happen even to those who have been across the border and been living here for years and have gained their citizenship, can turn out to be a victim in the long run by the same thing. You know what I'm saying? While they're busy laughing and joking, we see that. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? But no sooner did the COVID emergency, you know what I'm saying, faded, Governor Kathy Hoxel, you know what I'm saying, faded, then Governor Kathy Hoxel in May declared another one, this time for the flood of migrants swamping New York. And now she's once again using the power that comes with such a declaration issued contract without the state comptroller advance okay. I told you they're gonna do that. They're gonna, but the poor people and all the people in the streets and everywhere, and all the people all over the world and everywhere, you know what I'm saying, that's poor, and the Americans that are slaving and driving and dogging and digging and knocking, don't get this type of treatment to be up in fresh hotels and all kinds of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And getting all kinds of great treatment. And she making executive laws to make sure that they're making and all this and the third. Yeah, we see the garbage, you know what I'm saying? So a replacement theory on Kathy Hoxel has now exposed to its full bloom. Now she's once again, using the power that comes with such a declaration issued contract without the state's controller advance okay. You know what I'm saying? The amount in 2 contracts is stunning. The total $1.6 billion for migrant housing service to be provided over 5 years by 2 Texas firms. 2 Texas firms, in a dangerous practice, to say the least. The state requires controllers to review contracts in advance for a good reason, to ensure New Yorkers get good service for their money and aren't on the hook for more than necessary. You know what I'm saying? But she's a demon Democrat, blood-sucking, vampire-having clown. So what do you expect that she's going to do? And I told people that would happen. You know what I'm saying? The state requires that. You know what I'm saying? And she's moving same way around the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Moving around the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Recall what happened the last time Hoxel used her emergency power during COVID to sidestep advance review. Taxpayers wound up paying nearly double for COVID test kits, thanks to the 637 million in no bid state contracts. Oh my goodness. Yes, political opinion. Black political opinion. Georgiana's. Chicagoans protest Trump immigration policy. Now black neighbors have a migrant crisis. And now the trouble begins. But they don't like some Trump. Oh yeah. We spoke about this not to even General Seti told y'all niggas the same thing too. Even General Seti went on most of y'all crooked ass heads. You know what I'm saying? Why are you sitting up there talking this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? But we see the Chicagoans are increasingly expressing concern to city leaders and Mayor Brandon Johnson, oh boy, about the placement of migrants in their communities. Oh yeah, probably another demon Democrat jackass here as well. In May, the Chicago City Council approved 51 million in funds. 51 million. Chicago City. Now we talking about New York. Now we going to Chicago. Listen to your tax dollars. You know what I'm saying? Chicago City Council approved 51 million in funding to support undocumented migrants who have been arriving in the city. The taxpayers' funds were allocated to provide staffing, food, transportation, oh wow, and legal service to temporary shelters. You know what I'm saying? The migrants who are being bused or flown in from Texas have begun to complain about the conditions at the shelters where they are being housed, as well as the lack of access to necessities. Oh yeah, they already beginning to complain because it's all about a replacement, scramble, chaotic type vibe, drive the minds, keep it distracted, yada yada yada, while they try to just jump up in nuclear war. You know what I'm saying? And many other corruptive shit, such as destabilizing the United States as a whole. This is what Soros and them is good for. You know what I'm saying? So we know full well while you busy taking Soros money, you also going to be taking Soros heat. Because one thing you're going to learn about a scoundrel, there is no loyalty amongst the den of thieves. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. And black people got some nerve to be falling behind the demon Democrats when you know full well they're going to end up in where? Your community. And they're going to be what? And black people don't even stick together already. They're too busy killing each other to begin with, to even stick together. You know what I'm saying? With it. Remember? And all of that. But they always talking about killing a black man. You know what I'm saying? Now what you're going to do when all these different people start calling me gangs and all this shit going on in your neighborhood, I want to see how tough you really seem to be. Because rather than focus on the political issue or the political understanding of what is going on in our country and what needs to happen, because everybody's got to eat. Even if you come over here as an asylum seeker and so forth, you still got to feed the people, and they still need resources. You know what I'm saying? They can't just sit there and not have any resources as to how they're going to stay here. So you're planning to let all these asylum seekers come over here and starve them to death? Like we agree with that? know what I'm saying? You the one facilitate this plan in its all ways. So you might as well be giving them what they need, necessities, and all these different things. You have no choice because you have put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And this is what black people must seem to have come to grips with and understand that you must wake up now and start to move forward another step ahead. You know what I'm saying? But we see North Korea vows to, annihilate U.S., say countries will be terminated this century. You know what I'm saying? Countries will be terminated this century. Okay, so you're making those type of threats. So we know who all is in the groove with the move. You know what I'm saying? While everybody's chomping up all this military might against the U.S., you know what I'm saying? Who are you focusing on? You know what I'm saying? Creep Joe Biden administration. I wish you could hit them, you know what I'm saying? And not the American people. The American people, they have nothing to do with your crooked ass, twisted ass, bump head, fruit bowl, wannabe leaders in the invasion of these countries, taking over these countries, and then put a Caucasian face in there when we know you're no more than a graph or some kind of whatever you call yourself is. You know what I'm saying? And you over there in these countries doing the same beastly shit we see over here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? The GOP called for investigation into Hunter Creepy, not case Biden defense team over, you know what I'm saying, unethical conduct. Oh yeah, they need to investigate that. We see New York City, you know what I'm saying, to establish a shelter for undocumented asylum seekers and surging arrival. Oh, you notice the arrival ain't gonna stop? Oh yeah, they're gonna dump the whole of America right on in here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dump it right on in here. That's what you mean by open borders, y'all. Here come the chaos. Democrats balk. Demon Democrats balk at Alito assertion that Congress has no authority over the Supreme Court. Yeah, they shouldn't have none over the Supreme Court. They shouldn't be appointing nobody in there either. You know what I'm saying? They should have power. They, you know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, the Supreme Court should have a certain power, but be regulated to a point that their oath of ethics to serve and protect and bring justice to the American people at the highest level should be put back on the level in which it should be. These appointing their candidates and so forth and doing this and doing that doesn't make for good Supreme Court overstanding. What it shows is the political arena and the crookedness that's in our government that would manipulate a great institution such as the Supreme Court by appointing their own choices in there to lean on their political side. That's garbage. That's bullshit. And if I was the President of the United States, any Supreme Court judge that's in there that has a political siding, such as Alito, Demon Democrat, Mayorkas, or whatever else, not Mayorkas, I forgot her name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and this one Republican, that one Demon Democrat, that one Independent, that one, I will fire all them motherfuckers. Let's just be honest. And I would make sure that every Supreme Court judge does not have a political affiliation. In no shape or form. You cannot be a Demon Democrat or a Republican. Period. You cannot be appointed by any president to the point of saying that you're appointing this person because it's a favorite in your book. And we would have to grill you at the top of your ladder and know what your political overstanding is, not your affiliation or joining to say that because Clarence Thomas say he's a Republican Supreme Court judge. No. I must have a neutral ability that you're making a decision based on that which we know. You know what I'm saying? So, this is Point Blank saying, stay right, stay tight, we're going to stay in the fight, and we're going to keep on banging tonight, you know what I'm saying? Until we get it right, you know what I'm saying? You know, we see Cardi B throws microphone at audience member who threw a drink at her. Yeah, she should have. And you're trying to drink at Cardi B for? You know what I'm saying? You can have your ideology of Cardi B and everybody else and so forth and this and that. But when a person is performing on stage, why the hell would you throw a drink on the person? What the hell? You could be throwing anything. You could be throwing piss on her or any crazy shit on the girl. You think she feel like that shit as a performer? Why did you go to the concert? Cardi B have a right to throw the mic. She should have hit him in the head a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, knock his scooper straight. You know what I'm saying? But we see, you think destroying evidence is a process crime. CNN anchor taken aback as Republican candidate downplays bombshell Trump charges. You know what I'm saying? Hiding with evidence. You're lying. And what evidence is he hiding? That y'all ain't hiding. Get out of my face. Like I said, this is point blank. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to stay right in the fight. And we're going to keep it tight tonight. We ain't going to let nobody change our game. And we're going to continue to stay strong in our overview of the political scene. So this is point blank saying, no man proceeds. No, this is the Sarah Sultan said he's saying, the general himself. You know what I'm saying? No man proceeds his mother. No man, you know what I'm saying, came before his mother. You know what I'm saying? No man is bigger than his mother. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. You know what I'm saying? And we must always check the checker. Because if we don't, our pockets will come up short. And we're not talking about the SON, but the SUN. So this is point blank stating on what General Sarah Sultan City has said in his quotes, you know what I'm saying, in his own way. You know what I mean? You understand the rule. So this is point blank saying, farewell. We will meet again.